And just like that, baby, we are officially live on the official Wado podcast with your boy YDOE. And right now, man, we are in my dog's studio, my dog's fucking office, okay? Crypto KingNick.
Thanks
Always
for
good
having me,
to see
brother.
you, my brother.
Yeah.
KingNick, dog. How you feeling right now?
Feeling good. I'm excited for this part 2, for this update. You know, lots happened in the last couple months.
Yeah, we haven't seen you since last fucking year, dog. It's 2023, brother.
Yeah.
The first time we saw you, a couple white walls, maybe one Dolphin jersey.
Oh, man. I love it. It finally gets your whole home office set up. It feels good. It feels a good environment, especially when you work from home. It does feel good. I know that you know that feeling. So,
Hey, absolutely, dog. Your workspace is everything. Now, before we dive deep, dog, let's just get it out the way. Miami Dolphins.
Oh my goodness.
We made it to the playoffs. What are we doing, dog? Skylar Thompson. What are we talking about it?
We're on the third string. We still almost beat the Bills. I'm going to call it right now. The Bills are not what everybody makes it out to be. They are not a real contender. If you're thinking that Bills team, it's either the Dolphins have perfectly figured out something for almost beating the Bills three times with backups, or, you know, the Bills, you know, are just really not who we think they are. So
I mean, but I'm not even mad. You know, I'm a Falcon fan, obviously. Shout out to Atlanta.
just picture this for me. Yes, you guys have been to the Super Bowl, Falcons, but
We're gonna go there.
I don't care if you guys been. You at least you got to see your team there. You put on the shades for that one.
We're gonna go there.
Where are my shades? Because I haven't even seen my team win a playoff game pretty much in my entire lifetime, other than when I was like 5.
Nick, let me just describe something to you, okay? I'm not familiar with the trading world, all right? Got no clue of it. You're the fucking crypto king, okay? Let me just paint this picture in trading terms. You had the greatest trade of all time. I'm talking millions, brother, right there. Then you realize right at the last second, okay? You got all but 2 of your letters of your name on the signature ready, and then they just collapse. The business fucking fails, goes under. Lost password, Bitcoin type of shit. That's what happened with the That's what happened with the Falcons, dude. I knew it. Okay, as soon as we went to overtime, bro, I never let it out.
I know.
I never let this out, brother. But yeah, as soon as we went to overtime, bro, I saw the fucking coin toss. As soon as we lost it, I mean, it's Brady, it's Patriots, 1 + 1's 2. Fuck it, boys, pack it up. We ain't winning no Super Bowl. But we went. I was hyped. 2017, great year for me. So last time we had Nick on, you know, obviously we were on the Wado StreamYard Zoom call. This time, as you know, where the Wado podcast is mobile, baby, we coming to you wherever you at. And right now we are in Nick's office. Beautiful spot, beautiful location right here. Port St. Lucie, man. Come and see him. He doesn't live here anymore, okay? He's just a fucking visitor at this time, dog. Strictly location. Kissimmee compared to here. How you loving it?
So I'm always going to be a Florida boy with it, but I think the biggest thing is you can always travel to where you are. And, I think the big decision, we got to make as a, family is just saying, hey, where do we want to kind of plant our flag? Where can we kind of feel like home? And it is different, going to a new environment where you don't know anybody. I think by moving away, we're able to get focused, come more to ourselves. And I do love our house now.
2023, brother. We're already 20 days in. What's your year been like? A lot of people say, how did 2022, how did the year treat you? But I'm a firm believer the year don't give a fuck about you. It's going to do whatever it does. Mm-hmm. It's about how did you treat that year. So before we get into 2023, how did you treat 2022, brother?
Yeah, so I took 2022. 2021 was, 2020 was pretty much like, hey, I found myself. 2021 was like, okay, let's elevate. Mm-hmm. 2022 was like, okay, let's set some goals. Let's actually achieve them. I'm a big, person of like, hey, I'm going to push towards my goals and I'm going to achieve it. And it feels great when you actually do achieve it. So I've accomplished a lot of different things I wanted to do in 2022. And I have a lot of different goals than a lot of other people. Some people are like, hey, I want to make all this money to do this, this, and this. I want to make money so I can do less things.
Right.
That's pretty much what I do. And the best thing that's happened to me in 2023 is what I talked about last time on this podcast when we did early September, maybe August. Mm-hmm. I talked about, starting 2023 back in 2022. My year's already been, put into place.
Yeah,
my goals are already like almost halfway done. And these are things that you have to do. You can't just wait on a date to do stuff. So many people, we talked about this, so many people wait on January 1st to go to the gym.
That's right.
Why? As you guys can see, I work out every single day. I'm just kidding.
All day. Last time you said if you're not already planning 2023, you're behind.
Yeah, and it's simply because you wait till last minute to do something. So many people, it's our generation. I don't really, say it's everybody, but majority of our generation is like that, where we say, hey, we're going to procrastinate everything.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put it off. We'll put this off. We'll put that off. In reality, you just got to do little things each day. And I've heard this from one of my mentors, Ed Millett. It's probably one of those guys who changed my life. If you ever get to see him, again, I'm not a spokesman for him, but I will vouch for him. He is incredible. He's actually speaking in Miami today, right now, at a live event. Damn. I wasn't able to go to that, but he says this. He said, just try to do something each day and chip away at it. And understand, you just have to do it for one more day. Some people are like, oh my God, I got to do this job for so many years and then go here, and then I got to have this relationship for so many years and all this stuff. And it's not like that.
Yeah, no way.
The only thing you have to focus on is just doing it for one more day.
That's it.
And if you do it just for one more day, then it just becomes easier. Instead of looking at all the stuff you have to do, the high mountains you have to climb, all these obstacles, and realizing not everything's in the way, it's on the way, and then just going through those little progressions. So that's how I kind of look at it. And what I did in 2022 was, instead of 2023, I just chipped away at little things. There's some things that I personally wanted to achieve in 2023, and I'll just say it on here because we're on a podcast. Let's just be transparent. Yep. I just wanted to be a better man in 2023.
Point blank.
And I wanted to stick to my word in 2023. Mm-hmm. And I wanted my morals to stand higher than things I want. And that's huge. And there's certain things, there's little things that each person means a little bit more to. That personally, what it means to me is just to be able to, stand by my morals and being able to really express what I want to express, then come off how I want to express.
Exactly. It's big what you just said, brother, one more day, because that can help so many people, whether it's wanting to quit, wanting to give up. Mm-hmm. Just give it one more day. Mm-hmm. Give it one more day. A lot of people survive life like that with that mantra, one more day. So I love that, bro.
You know where he got that from? Ed Millett. Please read his podcast. Please watch that. He's amazing. He said it from his alcoholic father.
His dad.
Right? His dad. And he said it because his dad actually became sober and would coach other people and started telling them, you don't have to be sober forever. Just do it for one more day.
Yeah.
And he called all these people. Yeah, just don't drink one more day. It's amazing. So you heard it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, because if you're thinking about 20 years, 10 years, a month, 3 weeks, you can get overwhelmed by that. You can be scared by that. But one day, all right, just like the chipping away. It's you can't go from, all right, just dropped out of my job. I just left school and now I'm going to be the crypto king. I'm going to be up here doing this. It's not how it works. And if you want to try to know what it takes, you would be overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. Anybody would, but if you slowly take little steps, learn from people, make the mistakes, don't make them twice, you can get there eventually. Because this isn't an overnight thing. Like I showed you guys, I don't have my little, last time I was showing Nick, no beard, okay, on stage, Yahoo, top 25. Look at him, bro. This is not overnight. Nick has been talking this game. Nick has been preaching this life. He has embodied this life for years at this point. And I've even seen him, to be honest, bro. I'll just tell you, like, at first, you've never shy. You were never not confident, but I mean, you're even more sure now, bro. Mm-hmm. At first, like you were always preaching what you were going to do, whether it was trading, whether it was mentoring people, but now it's like more than a passion.
Can I talk about that?
Please.
I think that a lot of people need to hear this, and this is something I live by. And the motto is kind of made it up myself, but it is to grow into the person you want to be before you get rewarded as that person. Think about what I just said. Grow into the person you want to be before you get rewarded about it. And I'm the type of person, I like to blabber out my whole future. I like to blabber out everything that I'm going to do. Why? It's not for you.
That's right.
It's not to brag. It's for me subconsciously letting you know that I'm going to be doing this. But let me give you guys an example. Before I actually went full-time in network marketing and trading, I was working 3 different jobs. Yep. And one of the jobs was at a hospital because I was actually going for medical at one point with my college degree.
Right.
It's going to take over a chiropractic business, and I had to get some medical years, so I worked at a hospital. And I told every single person there, hey, I'm quitting in 1 month. I put in my 4-week notice, not 2-week notice, a 4-week notice. And I told everybody there for a reason, because I wanted them to come up to me every single, hey, aren't you quitting soon? Aren't you leaving soon?
Yeah.
It's going to push me. It's going to push me into a corner. And once you get pushed in a corner,
you got no choice now.
Yeah, you got to crack. And I do these different type of things, and I do these psychological games, not to other people, but to myself. Yeah. So that way I'm training my brain. I'm getting myself situated. I'm getting myself fit to be able to move into the new person I need to be. And we need to do this as ourselves. You know, if you want to actually make more money, if you want to be a better person, start acting like it, start dressing like it, start moving like it, start talking like it. You know, they tell you the same thing. If you want to experience something, you want to experience, you know, a better life, something like that, go book first class flight. Once you sit in first class, you're not going to want to sit in the back.
That's right.
You know, once you get exposed to something, you can't be unexposed to it. So I started doing extra things. I started moving different. I started dressing different. I wanted people to take me more seriously, so I had to switch up. I couldn't wear, you know, like sniper gang clothes. I couldn't wear beanies. I couldn't wear baggy pants. I needed to look the way that I wanted to look, because that's the way I grow into it. And then all of a sudden your morals start changing, your posture starts changing, you start talking with more confidence, your head is a little taller, your chest is a little bit back, a little bit of more deeper voice starts coming in, and then randomly, I don't know what happened to the beer.
The beer comes later, you know what I'm saying? Half off, dog.
I can't explain that.
That's it, bro. You got to embody it, because a lot of people can talk it. A lot of people can talk, whether it's a podcast, whether it's motivational talk, whether it's trading. A lot of people can talk that shit, and it feels good to talk about it, but to actually do it, to actually live it, to see the growth. You know, have you seen your own growth, bro? Have you surprised yourself when maybe you get into a moment that years ago you wouldn't have acted like this, and now you know, talk about that. Have you surprised yourself, bro?
Oh my God, have I? And everybody can. And that's just the nature of the beast with it, is that I heard this saying, everybody's earned something to talk about. You have actually personally earned something to talk about. Yep. And that's why you started this, and you started preaching, and people started reacting a little bit. And some of the stuff, I'm just going to be honest, as men, we say, hey, we don't want to open up to certain things. Yeah. But there's certain topics that actually help other people. And then when you start realizing your burdens are actually stuff that can actually empower and enlighten and actually push somebody to somebody else and make them feel more blissed, make them feel more better, then you're going to realize you have a power. We all have this. That's right. You know, and I don't want to get too spiritual on here, but hey, God gave you a reason to go through certain things. You know, what doesn't break you makes you stronger. And these certain topics that I've had, you know, I've had different people pass away in my life. I have different things push me back in life. Everybody thinks that, you know, everybody's life is perfect when they see you on Instagram and stuff like that. In reality, you're just more broken at one point, and you built yourself back up, and they just see the strength that you've actually had. So we have all earned this stuff, and we have all done this, and we can all grow into a better person by just realizing we can start talking about our stories and empowering other people. Do you know the greatest strength you could possibly have? Is when you empower somebody else and how you feel from it. Oh. I get so much positive energy from that, dude. I feel like when I hop off a call, my aura is different. I'm moving different. I'm moving around in the house. I'm like, yo, what we got to do? And then Trisha's looking at me. It's like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, all right.
It's just feeding off that energy, right?
Yeah, feeding off the energy of empowering somebody else, the energy of pushing somebody else. It's incredible.
Come on now, bro. That's deep. Do you believe that going through struggles, going through hardships, you know, molded you and helped you get to where you are?
Oh, yeah. It's a reality check. I think personally, you know, if I didn't go through certain stuff in my life, my brother died when I was 16, you know, and I got to, you know, unfortunately see some of the stuff going on with it. And before that, you know, when people would tell me, hey, that my family member passed away, you know, my uncle died, my mom died, my dad died, I wouldn't really feel anything. And now I feel a different type of connection with people. I feel a different type of sympathy for people. And I needed that in my life. That's a reality check. It brought me back down to earth. I was like, okay, I'm up in the sky right now. And then it brought me back down to earth. But then also just different other things in life. You know, like succeeding, then failing. Succeeding and failing. If you guys think I just went straight up and made some money, you guys are completely wrong. There's points where you hit the top, where 1 month you make $31,000, then 6 months later you make $8,000. Right. It happens like that. It goes in cycles.
In any field.
At any field. You know, that's what just happens. You get reality checks over and over and over again. But what it does, it just makes you stronger the second time around. You know, there's so many people that are so successful in business, and they have one bad month, and they're like, oh my God, I'm such a failure. No, God just said you're not ready for this just yet. We need to bring you back down to reality so that way we can build you back up stronger.
Shit, bro, I'll be honest. I'm a very observant person. I'm an Aquarius. Who the fuck knows what that means? Wait till we see, you know, saying Miss Trisha. We'll ask her about that. But I want to know.
I'm a Virgo.
So. Yeah, who the fuck knows, dog?
It's the best.
This is what I'll say, though. No matter, I'm very observant. So I've seen athletes, rappers, you know, motivators. I like philosophers. That's when I'm an amateur philosopher. Shout out to everybody. But I don't think I've ever seen one real success story that has the story of, it was just all easy. It was just all nice, and it was all easy, and we made it there, and it was all cool.
You know who thinks that? People that always complain about their life.
Right. They think it was easy.
They think it was easy. You're just not willing to go through the hard times.
And we have examples. There's plenty of rich people with spoiled children that flop, that make the company go bankrupt. You know, hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. The journey, brother. Can you speak on the journey? Because you're not even done. You're still in your journey.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you've had multiple of them. But is that your favorite part of this whole life, is the journey?
Now it is. You know, and what you just said is crazy because, you know, when you're going through life, a lot of people don't give themselves credit. I personally did. I was so hard on myself.
That's right.
You know, before I actually really found myself in 2020, I was so hard on myself. I'm like, why am I not here? Why is this not there? You know, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And then reality, you're like, wow, I made it. You know, like I'm here. I did one more day, a lot of times.
That's right.
I did one more day for 3,000 days, you know? And I did all these achievements. You know, all these people say this, this, and this. And whether you work, you know, in a food restaurant or whether you're a doctor, somebody has thanked you for what you do. That's and right. Somebody has, you know, seen your journey. You have problems and you overcame it. That's why you're at to where you're at. And that's why I said we all have a story that needs to be told. We all have something that can help somebody else. That's right. You just personally haven't developed it yet. And you personally haven't really came to light with it yet. But we've all touched people. Whether you touch somebody, you know, shaking their hand, opening a door, you don't really understand these things. These things can radically change somebody's whole perspective on life.
That's right.
And let's just go into it. There's some people that give up on life because they just believe their problems are all
supersedes it all.
Mm-hmm. And the problem with that is you not realizing your problems are just testing you. Right. You know, maybe then I heard this quote. He says, "I'm not going to take credit for it, but it says maybe your path is harder because you're required to do more. Mm-hmm. Your path is harder because God requires you to be better, and that's something we got to really bring into perspective with it. Is your problems a you thing of you just thinking it's all on you, or is it something that's calling you to be better?" And a lot of us, we look at this, we're like, oh, well, I don't make $50,000 a month right now.
Right.
I'm not successful.
Right. And they're missing the true value, you know, because some people don't even value money. Some people don't even value that at all. Some people other people, right. We're so small-minded, some people, not even just my city, but my country, where I live, my state. Outside this country, man, it's a whole different world. And even in this country, we have a lot of people that look at things, you know, and especially your friends. What I wish, Nick, you tell me if you could have one power, dog, before I let you get out of here. I got a few more for you. If I could have one power, somebody asked me this the other day. If I could have one power, I'd want everyone to be able to see or know how much impact they have on other people. Wow. I think that would save a lot of lives, dog, if I knew how much impact I had on other people. And that might not mean I paid for them, I did this money, I was there for them. I reached out to them, whatever it is, because your impact is depicted on them. I think that would save a lot of lives, bro. People don't understand the impact that you have on lives until you're gone.
Yeah. That's funny you said that, because I thought about this the other day when I was watching this video. Just these two people just so upset with life and walking through, and you know, I think the power that I would ask for, if I could, is just to give people at ease, you know, comfort. And that's a psychological thing. There's a lot of things that can go into that. I feel like that power is, you know, out there, and you can actually achieve that. But to be able to give somebody a peace of mind of like, hey, you know, let's keep it, let's tone it down a lot, bring your level down, and realize you have a lot of stuff going on. So I love this podcast so far. So this is a great one.
Listen, dog, and now, like I said, we got a special episode coming next, but I got a few for you, dog. I'm gonna go ahead and put my Wado shades on.
Oh, here we go.
Now, as you know, man, I'm partnered with the LCP. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Down the Barrel TV, Down the Barrel TV. And on, you know, that one, yeah, exactly, man. We have a one-shot platform, and all the artists come and get their one shot, and they come and see Wado and AJ for a podcast. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of the questions that I asked them, dog, and we'll translate it to your life. Now, I asked the artist this, and I want to ask you the same thing, brother, because you are a motivational speaker. You go out and do venues, you know, summits, all kind of things. You basically grace the stage with your presence, and you kill it. Nick Messina, Crypto KingNick, would you rather have a live show or tomorrow in front of 1,000 people live for free, or would you rather gain 50,000 additional Instagram followers?
Oh, live event. I can touch you. I can have you feel what I'm feeling, and I can bring you into a different mindset. the whole goal of, going to an event, right? I'm not saying just me, but the whole goal of it is to experience a certain emotion. And then emotion is to, just get rid of everything else. Like, have your problem go away. And I tell people all the time, the first thing I start with, I say, hey, you're here with us. Let all the weight off your shoulder. Whatever problems you had yesterday, whatever problems you have tomorrow, let's just kill it. And that's the whole thing about it. I'm going to tell you guys this. If I can delete my Instagram and have it not required for business, it will be gone. Some of you guys will believe me. Some of you guys won't. I truly don't care. By the time I turn 40, I am deleting social media. I'm going to live on my island with my family. That's right. And we're going to have a simple life. But I'll tell you guys this. When you've been to a concert, you can't just say the concert's the same thing as watching MTV.
No way,
You
dog.
experience a feeling.
No way, dog.
You experience the energy. You hear other people roaring with you. It's a totally different thing. I'll take that all day. That's not even a question.
And I always ask, because to me, there's no wrong answer. I've had some artists say they want the followers. There's more business, more money. I get it. But I feel like a true artist, a true performer, a true speaker, someone that really gets the high off of other people's potential and seeing what you can do for them, you want to touch them.
They haven't experienced the other side just
yet. That's it.
They haven't experienced it, because when you feel that, and you feel your influence actually power, it's going to motivate you. What we just talked about. It's going to motivate you. It's going to push you. You'll go get the 50,000 literally in a couple weeks. Trust me. When you experience of you impacting other people, that's all you need. You don't need Adderall. You don't need anything else to help you focus.
Yeah, natural.
It's just natural energy, and you're motivated all day long. That's what pushes me. That's what honestly gets me up in the morning. So.
Right. And now you've been an athlete. You played sports. There was no feeling like when you first touched that stage and had a really successful speaking event? Was that talk about the original first feeling you had?
Sports is always, game time stuff. It's always it's crazy. But no, it doesn't give back to the energy you feel when you impact somebody else and they come up to you after the event. They're like, yo, you changed my life. And I've had those many times. I get long messages, saying, that I've touched them. I touched on the right topics. I help them get through certain things. And that's what I do. I coach people, about basic things in life. And I just, do basic morals. I'm like, hey, this is how I do my life. And this is how we're going to move forward. And if you apply these different things into your schedule, a lot of people have a problem just doing a schedule.
Correct.
It will help. And entrepreneurship is even harder to do a schedule. So.
And people fail to realize how impactful that can be for you to help yourself out, man. I didn't even have a calendar for a long time, bro. I didn't know what the fuck day it was. I was just waking up. When I initiated a calendar, started using that, mapping out my day, it changed the life. I have a show I didn't release yet, but I said, everyone likes stats and analytics. You need to stat that and take some stats on your life. Write down how you felt, how someone else made you feel, especially people that care about you, because then you can look back and see it. Take your stats down.
Absolutely.
Nick got a few more before I let you out of here, dog. We know what you do. I've seen you do it for a long time. He's doing it as we speak right now. He does it all over the country, all over the world. Literally motherfucking Africa out here. Okay, literally. I want to ask you, Crypto KingNick, we know what you do. Who do you do it for?
That's a good question. Yes, I do it for myself. But, what we've kind of been talking about, it's kind of like the same thing. It's cool to do it for yourself. You can do it yourself, but only for so long. Mm-hmm. That's why people say, hey, I fell in love with the job. I fell in love with the purpose, fell in love with the drive. And once you kind of put that all into everybody else, and you do it for your family, you do it for everybody else, and then you kind of put yourself as that 10%, then it just really feels like nothing else.
Second one I got for you. If you stuck on an island, brother, for 1 month alone, you could bring your fiance. You stuck on an island for a month, brother. You can only listen to 3 artists. Who are they going to be?
Oh, Polo G.
Wow.
Yeah, start with that one.
Wow.
Polo G, and then Roddy Ricch, and then Rob Wave.
God damn. See, I'm throwing Bob Marley. I'm on a goddamn island with coconuts, bro. How gangsta can I be?